Well, good morning, Winter Cup, as we are here at Lakewood Ranch, the premier sports campus, as we are ready to kick off the final day of Winter Cup action. In today's feature match, we'll see a battle between a Rocky Mountain battle, to be for certain here, as they travel about 2,500 miles each to come down here to Bradenton, Florida, between Real, Colorado, who will be wearing the white, and La Roca FC. Alongside Mark Serber, I'm Mike Pepper, and Mark, it's been a fun couple weeks, and that's what's always great about that last day. You get these key matchups with everything's on the line today, with Real Colorado leading the group against La Roca.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a win-and-you're-in situation. It's a great opportunity for these women to get to learn what it's like to play in a knockout competition and, win when everything's on the line. And so really just another step in the development with these competitive matches. You
heard the starting lineups there as in the PA announcer, and it should be a great opportunity. You've talked a little bit about the success of Real Colorado as of late, and that's always something to look forward to.
Yeah, a couple of these girls were on the U15-16 team that won the title in the inaugural year for the Girls Development Academy, and so they're looking to become the first team to not only win the inaugural Development Academy championship, but also the inaugural DA Cup. So a little bit of history there and a little bit of immortality as well for some of these girls.
As we mentioned, the 8 groups of 4, each winner of each group will move on to the Spring Cup Championship. So a lot on the line here today is Real Colorado going from left to right on your screen. We have the fortune here of facing east. It has been an overcast morning. Rain moved through the area last night. Sun may be peeking its head out. We'll keep you there, and so we'll be squinting right into it with you, as Real Colorado will send it up the field, but La Roca will come forward now. Onto the far side, Nicole Ray. Or excuse me, that's Peyton Edwards who got the start today. Lily Boyden has moved out to the right side for the start, where Peyton Edwards on the left. It's onto the far side. The cross into the box. Onto the early is Kafusi, and it will be a corner kick as Kafusi able to set that one down. It did go over the line, so a corner here early on for La Roca. It will be Boyden who's playing out on the right wing, taking a little help as Debbie Dudley is on it. Dudley, left foot across. It's across the top of the 18. It'll roll to Colorado. Onto the foot of Meg Bodie. Bodie trying to go down the line, will earn the throw.
And Bodie, like so many of these Real Colorado players, just incredibly dangerous off the dribble. It's a Real Colorado side that has really made their name defending stoutly and then breaking with devastating effect. Bodie's a big part of that with her ability to dribble in from the wing, however gives it away this time around.
On it for La Roca. On the cross to the near post. That was Richens, drove that in. Now it'll be a throw on the group. Real Colorado leads it with 2 wins. The win is needed by La Roca. They're unbeaten, but they do have a draw in their results, so 1 win, 1 draw. A win, however, today would put them atop the group and advance, whereas Real Colorado just needs to earn a point out of this. Bodie into Totten. Totten drops it back, and it's taken by La Roca. Not a lot of numbers, but a penetrating run there by Boyden. Falls to Richens. Richens to the captain. That's Kafusi. Richens now across to Yogerst. Yogerst onto the left foot, but she tries to poke it through, cleared out.
The thing about La Roca that I'm really enjoying is that everything they're doing is very positive. They're running right at the defense. 95% of their passes are forward or little square balls to open up space.
Have been very much, and this is really Real Colorado's first foray into the offensive attack zone, and it's Bodie who cuts inside. Yogers will have it. Again, up for Kafusi. Oh, misstep there. It's taken by Totten. Totten will shoot from distance and will go wide of the near post.
Anything from distance today isn't a bad idea if you can get it to bounce in front of the keeper. Because the grass is wet due to the rain that you alluded to, it's going to skip, and so it'll be tougher for the keepers to handle than normal.
And to be fair, I'm only assuming it rained because the ground was wet. It's not something that woke me up in the middle of the night. But I drove through puddles and had to use my windshield wipers this morning, so that pretty much tells me it rained. Here's a chance now on the far side for Colorado. That's blocked, knocked away. Towards the far post, looking for Bodie. Hirepel wants you to go off La Roca. Anderson Hirep will take the throw for Real Colorado.
Lydia Totten up top for Real Colorado had 2 goals in the championship match 2 seasons ago. And as you saw the first time she got the ball, she's so dangerous to creating just a half yard of space she needs for herself and having to go on goal. And this one skipping just wide. She was trying to pick out the near post, but majority of the time they're testing the keeper.
Dropped into space. That's Dudley up to Boyden. Boyden goes at the defender. Boyden's into the box. Boyden will cross it and it'll be deflected by the defender. I believe that was Hirep there. Or it was not Hirep. That may be Van Cleve. So it'll be another corner kick for La Roca here in the 6th minute. Near post, it's run through. It's going to go through the area. First person back, and that shot is going to deflect off it, and it'll be corralled by Makowicz, who quickly throws it out. That pass intercepted. Chance here is Sandoval. And Sublet a little too far as they look for Joella towards the high side of the field. Yogerst. Esquivel. A little room now for Colorado as Real Colorado into the corner. Bodie again out towards Joella. Joella cuts inside onto the right foot. Top of the 18, La Roca able to clear it out. Wessler and Bodie. Wessler continues the run. Now she'll send it across. Open in front. Not able to get onto it as Totten should get it to it, but it maybe has surprised her as it cleared the head of the La Roca player. And La Roca able to clear out of their own 6, and they're on the attack now. White shirts behind as they'll slow it down a bit. Reed will look forward. Giving chase is Edwards. On to the near side is Atkins. Malia Atkins, the right back. Boyden for La Roca. Yogerst. Penetrating run into the feet of Kafusi and lost there. Bodie looking down line. It'll deflect to to the feet of Sublett and now sent forward by Atkins. Back to Anderson. Anderson under pressure. Helps get out of it. That one a little errant on the second ball. Now it is Real Colorado attacking again. Sandoval across the box. One there. Cleared out by Esquivel. Chance now for Bodie. And La Roca defending well. That will be deflected out there. And as Mark, as we enter the 10th minute, we see as both teams start to get a little more comfortable. We see Real Colorado, who get a few more opportunities in the offensive half.
Yeah, and great run by Bodie. What I want to see there is a bit more movement from the players around her, because she beats the first girl, beats the second, but then there's that third player there. And as more players slide to the ball, there's going to be opportunities for you to get open. And it's tough enough beating one player, let alone two, and the third is usually the toughest. So that's where there's opportunities for her to give a little layoff to somebody checking in.
Going forward is La Roca. Peyton Edwards. Overlapping run towards the back. Kafusi doesn't win it, pushes it down the corner, and a nice ball up the middle there by Willis, Lawson Willis. Put it across, but they'll lose it in midfield.
What I'm really enjoying about both of these teams is how direct they are, how quickly they get the ball up to their forward line, but they don't just thump it downfield and hope their forwards chase. They look to do it off the dribble like this from Bodie. It's really pleasing to watch.
Bodie into the box, down to the line. Bodie tries to pull it back. She does. The runner on, and that's actually going to go over the line. It'll be a goal kick. So Bodie not able to keep it in.
Yeah, but passing that ball around the back, it was only 2 passes before they found the feet of Bodie, and she charged forward. Both of these teams know how to build out well and build out quickly, and you've seen that through the first 11 minutes.
We mentioned the Rocky Mountain battle. It's kind of crazy. I did ask. And they have faced each other in exhibitions. They are in different groups, so they've had a chance because they're only separated by a couple hundred miles or so, traveling all the way across the country. So imagine this is a 7 a.m. kickoff for these teams, although they've been down here for the week. So maybe a little time to adjust.
Yeah, but it's a 7 a.m. kickoff for their parents who are getting up to watch this. So
those that haven't made it, that is true. Imagine that phone call, because on this last day of the Winter Cup, you know, the U.S. Soccer Development Academy wants to see some of those feature matches that mean something. Obviously, either team wins. And probably yesterday they get the news, go, hey, Mom, Dad, guess what? We're on TV, or we're on U.S. Soccer tomorrow. Here's an opportunity now into the box. Sandoval is going to be a little bit far for her. Off her line. With that is Callie Droich. Droich with the start in goal. And of course, as excited as the parents are, they're going, I have to get up at 6:30 on a Saturday. That tackle made. And that is for those parents that stayed back and did their duties at home. Obviously, some have traveled with the team. Here's Bodie again, going at the defender, being marked by Tatton. Bodie down to the line, will cut back, and nicely done by Droich, taking that cross from getting in front of the net.
Nicely done by Tatton. Bodie was teasing her, saying, come at me, and Tatton just wouldn't give. Obviously, there is a time when you have to engage, but Tatton timed it to perfection.
Controlled by Kafusi, trying to go through for Boyden. Looks like we have co-captains for La Roca today, as we see the armband being worn there by Dudley, as well as the striker, Kafusi. Played down towards the corner. Here's Edwards. Edwards on the cross just over Kafusi and cleared out by Real Colorado. Time for Dudley to reset. Under pressure, taken away by Real Colorado. Oh, here's another look at the replay. We're into the area on the other side now. Ball put back across, and it will go out for a goal kick. It is end-to-end action, that's for sure. And one opportunity and the other way leaves for the other side, and that time Real Colorado almost up the field.
And going back to that last chance for La Roca, it all started with the running of Kafusi up top. She was weaving in and out of the back line, making sure to stay on side, got the ball in a little touch out wide to open up that space down the flank. So I've been really impressed with her movement off the ball. Now let's see what she can do on it.
Yeah, she's a definitive target up there. In that case, she'll drop it back. Under pressure as Richens and are taken from behind. There's Sublet. Played up for Totten. Back to Wessler.
Good hold-up play from Totten. Love to see a little more aggressive with a run off the ball. So once she makes that run, can she get by the back line and find the return ball? She's done a good job of, once she plays the ball, getting into another pocket to receive it. But as the target player, let somebody else get in that pocket and you get forward. Some
good speed from Edwards here, or make that Boyden. Boyden moved back over. They've alternated sides from Boyden and Edwards all game so far, and it's only 12 minutes into it. That ball tried by Kafusi, and it will be a goal kick. She tried to set it back across.
Good look at Makowitz, who's a youth national team goalkeeper, has been called into multiple camps. Really stellar with her distribution, as well as her ability to make the highlight reel save.
Just for those who heard me misspeak on the clock, looking at the clock, saw 15, 16 minutes, I said 12. Well, the stadium clock has stopped, so you are seeing a good approximation. Of course, as always, the official time kept on the field by the referee. So this broadcaster will try and be better and on the time. An opportunity now and some space for La Roca. And that shot from distance, and having to go to her right is Makowitz, as that run all the way from the back by Esquivel had a lot of space.
It's a great job, though, by Esquivel to step into the midfield, create that numbers advantage there, and this time she was invited to shoot, and she hit it well.
Anything on target, you always want to just see what the keeper's ready for. Esquivel will be tested defensively here now as she's gone at on the far side, and she does well. So gives up the corner, but is able to dispossess Bodie on the far side.
Yeah, it's a good run forward. Nobody's closing her down. She sees the space, pushes it out, and has a hit.
There's that short hop you were
had to
talking
get down.
about,
Yeah, the short hop. Really got to be careful on days like this. But the grass dries out quickly. I bet, by halftime, the playing surface is going to be relatively different.
This one's sent into the area. The header, it's going to go to the far post, onto the left foot, shot, and it's just wide. Good rip on it there as that ball fell free. I don't think it was on the left foot of Van Cleve. I do think it was Sublet that ended up getting the shot off. Or I take that back. I think it was Sandoval.
It was good work, though, the cut inside and realizing that it was too far, and the shooter calling her off because she had a better hit. So really good communication as Van Cleve. Great cut here, perhaps a bit too far, but then Sandoval recognizes it and says, I got this one, and just the wrong side of the post from a Real Colorado perspective.
Yeah, it looked like it may have hit the post, pushed out wide. Richens with possession for La Roca, up to Yogerst. Yogerst marked by Sublet. Nowhere to go. She has a little help. Under pressure now is Dudley, and that's sent back forward. Here's Boyden. Boyden into the box. And it's handled again by Makowicz. 20th minute. Esquivel again with some space. Trying to get it into the feet of Kaufusi. Defensively to task. It's Van Cleve as she'll play it forward. Foul called back here behind the ball. Free kick will go for Real Colorado.
Once again, great target play by Lydia Totten. She comes back for the ball and wins a foul this time, but it's done so well of not only coming back and receiving that ball, but holding it up and laying it off to her midfielders who are making runs in behind.
Turn for Joella. We'll go off Joella. Peyton Anderson looking forward into Peyton Edwards. The Peyton connection. It's Dudley.
It's a great step.
Job defensively. Now into Bodie. Back in. Now to the left foot. It's going to come out. It's going to be a foul from behind as Wessler is whistled for the infraction.
It was wonderful work, though, by Wessler. Steps in, anticipates it, is able to step in front of the receiver, wins that ball, quick little layoff, and then continued her run. So many players make that pass and then stop. She continued her run and almost broke through that back line.
Cut inside by Boyden, cannot connect with Edwards. Edwards will be whistled for the foul.
That's one thing about this Real Colorado side is they anticipate passes so well and step in front of players to win the ball, and then they're off on their counterattacks or their quick little breaks, depending on the situation. That's really fun whenever she gets the ball and has a chance to drift inside.
Bodie into space. There's another ball on the field, but Bodie is not worried about that. She'll continue going. Slowed down a little bit, but now still free into the box. The weaving run. Tries to step on it, and on that cross just kind of ran out of time, ran out of room, and it will go over for a goal kick.
And I don't know whether it's a right foot, left foot thing or if Bodie saw something, but that left side was wide open. If she could have beat that first defender to the left, she would have had a clear path on goal. Instead, by going to her right, she went right into the traffic.
Yeah. There's a run here. Esquivel again from her right back position.
Well, it's a good run, but nobody is coming in for the simple ball. Did well to find the outlet, though.
Yogerst. Pushed around. Boyden. Quickness showing there to Kaufusi. Kaufusi, top of the 18, into the box now, looking to turn, can't. We'll drop it back to Yogerst and to Dudley. Dudley Right foot, Dudley will shoot. It's blocked at the 18, run down by Edwards. Edwards will drop it, tries to, can't quite get it back to Richens, so Real Colorado will look to attack with Totten. And will deflect off Totten. Tatton and Totten on each varying teams. Totten in the white. Tatton, the left back for La Roca. It's going to come up through Hannah Reed in the middle now. Trying to go for Edwards. It might clear the defender. No, but Kafusi, nicely done by Atkins for Real Colorado. Mark, it's 25 minutes into this one now, or into the 25th minute, and certainly it's scoreless, but this game has really kind of shown some good ball movement by both teams.
Yeah, and a lovely turn there from Totten as well.
Totten now going at the defender. Well done by Reed stepping in, and then cleaned up by Yogerst, and they'll say that Reed was actually grabbing the jersey after she initially won it. She's just not real happy with that.
Yeah, she's got to be careful with the histrionics. It was a good job by the referee to understand the frustration of the player and just let it go, but a more sensitive referee definitely would have brandished the yellow card.
Well, here's a great chance. They're going to set this wall up at the 18, so it's 28 yards out.
I actually think the referee got that one right there. It's one thing if you're kind of just holding your body and the player's trying to run through you, but she definitely was moving with Totten and had her arms around her, not allowing her to get around.
Ashley Van Cleve will strike it into the wall. And you're right, because he was very demonstrative. That should be a handball. Didn't call it. It is a handball on that. He actually pointed out, because initially he didn't call it, but he did pull on the shirt. And apparently Reed was doing so after she had initially stopped the run.
Yeah, but getting back to your point, this game is very aesthetically pleasing in terms of how quickly they get the ball forward without just lumping it directly down the field. Really enjoying the way that the defenders are also anticipating the passes and either stepping into the passing lanes or in front of the receiver to cut it off.
And that's the key. I mean, we watched, obviously with 2 weeks, we watched plenty of games where 0-0 going side to side. Neither team afraid to go forward. Just nothing has really been to the offensive fortune of either team.
The only thing I'd say for La Roca is I'd like to see the players get a little bit closer in looking to connect. It's a good ball here.
And that's sent into the area. Now cleared away.
And so there's obviously nothing wrong with that, but if that player gets the ball out wide, she needs one or at least two players coming within 10 yards of her into the pockets to receive the ball as short options. And as they come and the Real Colorado players come in, that will open up space for more outlet balls. And I think that's the one place that La Roca could try and turn this tide in their favor.
On a bad turnover here for Real Colorado as Kafusi has it, and Kafusi will get a corner kick. But the free kick for Real Colorado tried to go backwards and didn't even complete the one pass. And we'll see whether or not La Roca can make them pay for that turnover here with this corner kick. It will be Dudley coming across to take this. Left foot and swinger. Up towards the top of the box. That was a good play into there. Now it's sent in. Yogers didn't get a lot on the shot. Second ball is going to be out, but run down by Reed. Found again out to Dudley on the far side. Still bodies in the box. Dudley will go at the one defender on her. There's now second help. Back towards Reed. Reed into the box. Great ball. Yofusi and a save by Makowicz. But boy, that was a great movement there by La Roca.
Yeah, great job when that ball came back to get it out wide right away. And Makowicz facing that free header down and making the save. Looked a lot easier than it really was because of her positioning to be ready for that ball. A great decision making too, to not try and get off her line and get the ball that way, because otherwise she would have been beaten.
Fantastic ball into the box by Reed. Kaufusi didn't get a lot on it, but did put it on target. Here's a chance for Bodie. Bodie with two defenders on her. Will get it across, and that one is headed away by Reed. And good defensively by La Roca on a dangerous ball in by Real Colorado. Back to the other end, though, and you can see the ball by Reed. This is fantastic one time. Look at that.
Yeah, so there's a support we were talking about, and great job by Kaufusi doing everything required of a target forward, getting in between the center backs here, rising up highest, getting the header. Just couldn't find the direction on it that she needed. I think was trying to snap her neck around to get that toward the far post and just didn't get it as far over as she wanted, but still, a great job to put herself in that position.
In swinger, that's on, and it kicked off the line. La Roca, defensive save. As the defender, may have been Esquivel, I think. We'll to get a replay, but fantastic job of covering back for the goalkeeper on a great ball in off the corner.
And what do they tell you about headers in this position? Downward headers are the hardest to save, and keeper was going up. And they always ask me, kids, why do we got to be on the post? Why do we got to be on the line on corner kicks? There's why.
Exactly.
Great positioning from La Roca in terms of how to defend that corner and making sure that you have all your safety gaps in place, or safety gaps plugged, I should say.
It was Esquivel. A little fortunate there for La Roca because Esquivel's kick save went into the back of Droich, but it didn't rebound towards the net, and they were able to get it out.
And obviously a great clearance by La Roca. Great job to have all their coverage, but at the same time, like, the technique on that header was just wonderful. Up over the ball, downward header. Really, well, unlucky from a Real Colorado perspective, but from a La Roca perspective, so well defended.
Just past the half-hour mark. No help for Yogers. She's trying to go backwards. Reed under pressure. Does find it out. They're not out of it yet. As Richens able to turn. Now she does find the open runner. A little behind Tatton. Tatton has to slow down. Has bodies on the box, but not able to get to it. Here's Dudley with Anderson. Anderson with a little room to run. We'll get it out here near side to Tatton. Totten defending, coming back. She'll look for it back. Not quite able to get it as Dudley will look for it.
Great work by Totten, not only coming back and winning that ball, but then sprinting straight forward to see if she could get a quick through ball. And here she is again popping up in the pocket.
Near side is Bodie.
Great job to get back and get in front of her.
A little room now. This one in towards the 18, back out to Bodie again. She'll put it across. This one's going to hang up. And Droich off the line, and this one's going to be deflected away. Droich will see the foul there coming in. As Tatton and Droich collided, but it may have been a defender involved there too. Strong hands on that.
Yeah, great goalkeeping from Droich. Brave to come out.
Very brave.
Knew she was going to get clattered into. And Bodie, so much time to measure up this cross, and you can see she just didn't get her foot around it too deep, and Bodie and Droich and Totten colliding.
No arguments there because you will see the foul, but maybe wanting to punch that out in the future, getting up just a little higher, and you're able to protect yourself a little bit more so when doing so.
So this coming from a former goalkeeper.
It is, but I have no problem with that at all because you go up and you did get the free kick. It's just you don't always want all those blows all the time if you can get it.
No, it's just saying it's advice worth heeding because it's coming from a former professional goalkeeper.
And that's the thing, you know, it's brave, and certainly you cannot teach bravery. That is something that is just inherent in there, and you can always go, all right, you have to do it. And maybe it's just experience it, but it's not something easily taught. It is something that is learned but not taught. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So La Roca and Real Colorado were tied. Chested down, run onto. Good ball back into Sublette. Sublette will find Totten, and the deflection will go out wide for a corner.
Great play. The long ball in. The layoff from the target forward to a midfielder streaking through, and then quick 1-2 combinations to open up the space for a shot.
You're watching U.S. Soccer Development Academy Winter Cup. Real Colorado, La Roca FC. Rocky Mountain Showdown scoreless here, 35th minute. Corner kick taken by Real Colorado. Header, top of the box, cleared away by La Roca. Little room Kafusi. She's got a lot of trailing white jerseys, but she can play it into space, and she's going to hold it up. 6 white jerseys behind the ball now. Able to slow it down for Richards. Good job by the striker for La Roca. Good 1-2. Boyden out wide. Boyden's been quick on the ball out wide. She goes into the area. Tries to drop it in, and it's just a lunging reach by Van Cleve kept Peyton Edwards from being in alone on goal.
Yeah, great work by Peyton Edwards, too. She was in that position because as Kafusi got the ball and came back into the midfield, she was out on this near side, so Edwards took up her central position so that there was a player there to receive the next ball, and she very nearly caused a headache for this Real Colorado defense.
Slotted through. First one there will be Anderson. Droich cannot clear the head of Bodie. Bodie will go at the defender. She's got help with Totten. Totten able to turn from 18. Now into the right foot. That's dangerous, and the deflection will go into Droich.
Would have loved to have seen Totten turn just a bit quicker there. I think she had a bit more space to turn and set herself up for the shot.
I think that's, again, we've talked about this, and even the national teams just talking quicker, Mark. I mean, it's like you've got to communicate maybe a little bit better, and, you know, Totten's facing away, but she's a chance for Bodie now. Bodie on the left foot. She'll drop it in. That first shot left, it is going to be deflected and will go out for a corner kick.
Credit to these La Roca players for getting over and getting these blocks in. Well, once again, it's Bodie creating off the dribble. I love this work from Sandoval. She times her delayed runs to perfection to lull her defenders to sleep, and then gets the delayed run into the top of the box, into that space that no one's occupying. I'm kind of surprised that one of these hasn't gone in yet for Real Colorado.
The last corner kick taken by Higher here found the open on the back post. Is a fantastic ball. We'll see what she opts to do here on this one. Left hand up, sends it in. It's again the back post. This one's going to be behind the net, though, curled in. Never fails. You give the compliment, and then they'll send it out of bounds on the next one.
Yeah, well, they call it the broadcaster's curse for a reason. Still, I just love players who have that ability to time their runs to perfection. They wait for that space to open up, and then they almost ghost into the box. There's so many players who've made entire careers out of that, and Sandoval really understands that aspect of the game.
Almost an ability to make themselves invisible until they need to be visible. Near side, it will come over to Bodie. She's running back away from her net. Now she'll try and go around. The shirt pull doesn't come to fruition. Now it's played into space. Not going to get there is Real Colorado as Tatton gets to it first. Good job defensively. But good chase back, but that's going to be a deflection right to Totten. Totten goes over as Kafusi challenged back, and you like that effort when a striker gives it up at midfield to chase back. Almost a little unfortunate on the tackle, but good hustle.
Yeah, but wonderful work from Lawson Willis to read the play. The center back steps into the midfield to not only create that extra body, but to make the interception. And then carrying it forward, you see her pick her head up, and, well, I think she would have laid it off if it weren't for that challenge. And then Totten, I think she could have taken 1 or 2 steps. Yeah. Still the right idea. Hit it early. Good effort. Just couldn't make the keeper work on that occasion.
Great defensive work from Willis there. This ball will bounce a couple deflections.
But we've talked about all week as well that the U.S. women's national teams are based around ball-playing center backs who have that ability to not only play the ball out of the back, but to step into the midfield, win a ball, and almost act like a number 10. And we very much saw that from Lawson Willis there.
40th minute.
Well, the first player I think of when I think about that is Abby Dahlkemper.
Sure.
Her ability to not only string together passes out of the back or kind of have the vision of a creative playmaker, but also to play those 70-yard diagonal balls out to the wing to a player like Meg Bodie to unlock a defense that way.
Ooh. Tackle from behind there. Free kick will go La Roca. I have to say thank you to Mother Nature for giving us cloud cover, because this 9 a.m. kickoff would have seen the sun beating down here on us in the press box. Basically barbecuing you and I, although it's not the hottest of mornings, Mark. But it allows you to get the sunglasses off.
And then because of the humidity here, my sunglasses kept fogging up. So every 2 minutes, I had to take them off and clean them. So it's nice that I won't have to do that repetitive exercise, at least until the sun returns. But the thing about La Roca is they've spent a lot of time without the ball.
Yeah.
And they've done it well. And then when they do get the ball, they are so effective with it.
It's going to be a little strong, and we'll go back to Droish.
We don't have possession stats, but if we did, I would say if you're a La Roca fan, don't pay any heed to it, because they're sitting back, they're defending in their shape, and when they win the ball, they look to go forward right away. And that's not always going to work, as you see there, but it's also extremely effective in terms of putting a team on the back foot or wearing them out a bit.
Both teams have had 3 or 4 quality chances in this one.
It's kind of surprising that just about under 4 minutes plus stoppage time left in this first half, and we don't have goals yet.
Well, we do have some space right now for Joella up top. She cuts across the 18. Onto the right foot. That's a save by Droich. Help cleaned up there as Tatten that came back across. Droich didn't hang on to it, but good positioning allowed her to make a relatively easy save on the great strike there by Sandoval.
Once again, there's Sandoval drifting into those spaces. Wonderful work, though, by Droich. He's been really strong in this game. He's going to have to be brave here again.
Far side corner, taken towards the top of the 18. Second ball, it's Boyd in there for La Roca, but the left foot, it's blocked and now sent back out. Onto the far side, right foot into the area, the deflection. Tatten gets it just far enough. Edwards pushes it even further up the sideline. Edwards will be fouled here, and the free kick will go La Roca's way, as the referee would like to have a word with Ashley Van Cleve.
Yeah, I understand what the ref's saying there, but I didn't think Van Cleve came in with the tactical decision that she was trying to stop counterattack. I think she was just looking for the ball.
So La Roca working its way up through Richens. To the feet of Joella.
Little miscommunication between Sandoval and Totten as to who was supposed to go with that ball there, giving it back to La Roca.
Boyden working with Dudley. There's Reed. Good defensive recovery by Real Colorado. A look forward into the feet of Totten. Drop it in. Near side is Bodie.
Great ball.
One-on-one will Bodie go. Running into her space with Bodie. Down in towards the corner. Tries to go around and will not be able to keep that in. It'll be a goal kick.
One of the things that we've talked about is that Real Colorado are so dangerous because they have the likes of Bodie, they have the likes of Joella, who are so good at receiving the ball on the touchline and then cutting inside. Credit La Roca for the reason that the outside backs have stayed home, but when you have players that can get inside like that and bring in players, I would love the outside backs to get forward in these channels. Great opportunity to send it back out to them for them to either walk the end line or send in crosses looking for Totten. I think that's the next layer to add on for this Real Colorado side.
And it will be a corner kick instead, as the run by Bodie saw it go off of La Roca. Be Hirep with the left foot curler if she goes that way. Bodie's out there with her. There are two short defenders, but they'll try it out there anyway. Bodie gets it. The deflection is still going to find Hirep. Hirep onto the left foot will go towards the back post, a little strong, and it will go out for the goal kick now. Mark, we tested it a little bit yesterday. I'm going to have to say probably no stoppage time, I would say, as this one's been pretty quick up and down. We'll see if the referee decides to give that 1 minute. I can't see him doing it, though. We'll see. We're testing my skills again today. Let's see if that works. Short ball played out the back by La Roca.
And for those of you that may have not been tuning in during the week, Mike Pepper has been right about stoppage time
Not this
every
time,
single time around.
Not this time. The ref looked at his watch, decided there was a minute somewhere. I can't think of where it was, though. But it does give La Roca an opportunity to go forward here.
But just as something to the fluidity of this game from both sides, though, that no stoppage time really has been
30
necessary.
seconds.
Yeah.
I was half right.
Yeah.
Half right. Mark, hey, you know what? 0-0 games, sometimes we see it. We try and find something really that was exciting, but we don't have to here. This was a very good first half, just nothing on the scoreboard.
No, this is the most offensive 0-0 half I've seen in a very long time. Love the direct but effective style of both of these teams. Enjoyed the first 45 minutes. Really looking forward to the second 45 on a day where Real Colorado just needs a draw and La Roca need all 3 points.
Here's your highlights. Second half coming up in a few. You're watching U.S. Soccer Development Academy Winter Cup, scoreless between La Roca and Real Colorado.
Good, Liv. Good. Good.
Yeah, but the problem is I gotta get KK. When I get KK, I do that.
Thank you. See you, Quinn. Bye.
All right, Q.
No, you just got four of the phone. When you get on the dribble, Meg, when you get on the dribble, you just have to look for the next space. Because if you're on the dribble central and they compact, there's not much there. You want to move. So then it's a slip ball diagonal, or if you're going to move off the other way. Does it make sense? You're doing good on it. Go only times we got caught is when you dribble here and you try to pass into the same line you're dribbling. That makes sense? So, and then straight on the recovery, when you can, if you get the ball on the non-ball side, find a run to come into the back post. Don't stay out wide. Does it make sense? So if you found yourself here and we get the corner, then get around that girl or get around to this way.
Wait, on a
and
corner
find a,
or on a cross?
when we get the ball on the left and she gets in, don't stay out wide. If if I'm you and you're your mark, come around here on this one, or come around here on this one, and get in on the back post. You know what I'm saying? Good job, dude.
That's why we're gonna make a switch over here to get somebody and a defensive over here.
Zodi checks, they've been in the face out. I told her make the decision quick to run out of
Either you go or play when you try to get
If
behind.
she does go, it's more conceded in space. She
Yes.
but having say between our center backs
And
and
if, even between the center backs and the outside, even between the center back and the outside, they can actually, yeah, and the center back, no, center back can go.
so it's
Problem
worth
is,
whether
yeah.
it's Bodie running at him or Sandoval running at him. It's pure midfield. They totally outplay them. Totally outplay them. They've got full speed. It's do you have the legs to get in that space when Bodie checks and they're outside back.
10 minutes to win when KK comes. It's just good.
Good job. Great. Maybe just keep it going.
You know what they have?
Right now, we've got like 65%. And if we're playing solid in the field, and it's all
It'd be nice if we could have buried one, because then we'd really be close. That's all. We look good defensively. We want one goal. You gotta be a score goal. Well, if we get a goal, then we make a mistake. You know, we gotta put one in. Back. And then we put one in, we gotta push more. And then we probably get more. Go. Oh, what you got? Well, we're gonna go to Tampa. Yeah, and we might just. I mean, but let's just. Yeah, let's just go over there. You don't stop to the restaurant first, right? You stop over to the restaurant first. Oh, you guys? Will you have time for that? Oh, so that outdoor one? Yep. Oh, then we can all just. I mean, I got a book back. Yeah, we all got yours. We all got yours. Good. Good job. Good job in there, folks. Oh, let's get this one, ladies. Let's go. Come on. We're hard for it. Let's go. Huh? Yeah, let's go.
Good possession. Midfield blocking. I mean, ask Holly. She scored that. Yeah.
Made a good save though on the switch. In April, there's
11 and 17.
three better keepers right here in the country on some of these guys.
There's a ball in that palm tree.
Scale that
$150 ball. You shimmy up there?
I don't want to die.
You got that?
Is that trail training right there? I feel like that's trail training.
Get a pole. Next time you're on the trail, shake your pretty. That's fine, me too.
Reminds me, Sean got his ball stuck in a tree when we were golfing, like literally like that. He's like, should I put my club up there? And I was like, yeah, sure. Threw his club up there, and it got stuck.
Terrible idea.
I was like, yeah, sure.
No, it's a ball, and that's your club. People are supposed to balance it. That's the way this
You gotta like climb up the tree and get both of them.
I lose the golf ball. I lose my golf club. Not a good thing.
And welcome back here to Lakewood Ranch, the premier sports campus. As we have second half action ready to kick off, La Roca FC in the red and black against Real Colorado. All white, obviously going from left to right. We will keep you updated here because a cold front is moving through a little bit. It's not that it's going to be really cold or drastic changes, but the wind might become a little bit of a factor into the second half here and maybe into our next game as La Roca looks in the back with Hannah Reed. They'll try and go in there in high pressure taken by Bodie. She'll get it in here to Totten on the turnover here. La Roca recovers for the moment. There is the substitutes, and Mark, when we look at it here, as I understand they're being read off to everyone, we'll let that go. So with those changes that are going to be made, could be a bit of a factor. A full bench here for Real Colorado, but La Roca only had a couple of players, 13 on the roster today.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. I mean, first of all, these girls are in such good shape. Secondly, the girls usually only carry traveling rosters and maybe up to like 16 players, so they're used to playing with short benches. And then the other thing I'd say is, you know, both of these teams play and train at altitude, and it's a cool day, so I don't think the Florida weather is that much of a factor, and they're, as I said, very well prepared from a physical standpoint, not only in terms of the fitness work that they do, but in the way that their clubs take care of them and teach them how to prepare for games, how to get enough sleep, how to eat right and the correct nutrition, and everything like that as well is really important for both of these academies.
Well, Boyden down to the wing. Boyden will try and get it across, and the deflection out by Lawson Willis will be a corner kick here for La Roca.
I think the one difference between the two benches is that Real Colorado have Haley Harnish on their bench, who came in the second half of their last game and scored 2 stunning goals to give them the 2-0 victory. So she's a game changer that Real Colorado have at their disposal.
This will be taken by Dudley. onto the foot of Kafusi. Back out to Dudley. Dudley across. Headed away. It's going to come down to the foot. And it will bounce up. And that was Nicole Ray, one of the substitutions that came in. Back to the goalkeeper. Also coming on is Kylie Olson for La Roca. Here's a chance now as Kafusi with that shot. It's going to deflect, and does it dip down in time? No, but it will be a corner kick for La Roca, second of the half.
Now, I believe Haley Harnish was one of the subs at halftime because Hannah Joella is on the bench, and that's usually their like-for-like swap.
Looks like Caitlin Richens also came off for La Roca. So they've made both their subs. Here's the corner to be taken. Left foot, driven near post. First one there, but it's going to come right back out to Ray. The header back across doesn't go through, and now it's cleared away by Real Colorado. The runner on the far side, great ball by Bodie. Looking outside the box is going to be close, and it's a good tackle by Droich. Droich got there just about the same time as did
Harnish.
It was Harnish, yeah, you're right.
What a great ball, though, from Bodie. If you're going to be so ridiculously critical, maybe it was too far out in front, allowing the keeper to come off her line. But just that vision to see that when there was 4 players across and she's running 1-on-4, to see that the space was open behind them and to get that ball into the space for the run of Harnish was excellent work from Bodie. I've been very impressed, not only her ability to take players on and beat them off the dribble, but her vision as well when in full flight.
Near side, Esquivel. Caitlin Esquivel with a run being chased. As it's sent up the field a little bit, Yogers will get there first for La Roca. Yogers will be taken down by Bodie, and it will be a free kick here for La Roca. So it will be Kafusi, kind of alternating with Hannah Reed, who goes up as the target person. Kafusi, obviously the target usually, but, well, this is 5 yards away, and you can see Bodie's going to get a card. That 10-yard wall ended up being about 4 yards away when she turned her back.
Oh, the referee just saying, you know, what can I do? By the book, I have to show this yellow. The question is, had the referee marked off the 10 yards for Bodie the first time around? Because if he had and she left it,
yeah,
then it's definitely yellow. But right now, the Real Colorado bench having a word with the 4th official saying, you know, he never marked it off.
I agree with that, but she did take 3 or 4 steps forward before jumping into it. So I don't think he was wrong for it, but I agree with your assessment, because you would like to see that. So if she had just turned, but I think it was a 3 to 4 yard approach of running at that issued the card, not so much the fact that it hit her from a distance that wasn't marked away. But it is cleared away, and now Real Colorado pushing the ball out there. There is the substitute, Haley Harnish, and it will be a foul behind the ball here, and it will be a free kick for, or actually, I guess that did go over the far sideline, so it'll be a throw-in. Nice turn, nice run by Real Colorado. Open in front, Bodie, saved by Droich. It's still free, cleared away.
Droich has been excellent in the La Roca goal. I thought perhaps should have pulled the trigger a bit quicker.
Some great individual work to get down on the cross.
Well, that's what Harnish provides for you off the bench. Real Colorado have 3 wingers in the same mold. And so it's so dangerous when you have 2 of them that can do that, but when you have a third, you can bring off the bench who provides that skill as well. It's going to cause trouble for teams.
That's sent down the line. It's not going to stay in.
But I think if you talk to the Real Colorado coaching staff, they tell you we have 3 starting wingers and only 2 positions for them.
Boy, there was the through the legs, and now just finding that. Bodie on the first touch. If you have a complaint, probably not setting her up exactly where she needed to be, but was able to get the shot on goal. Droit's in good position. Here's Totten. Out to Harnish. Overlapping on the far side is Atkins. Leah Atkins marked out there by Tatton. Just gets the ball across. It's free 18. La Roca out towards midfield where Kafusi will take it.
Good from Kafusi. Turn and come back with it.
Lots of white shirts behind the ball, so force her to do that, but she keeps it. Played into the box, and it's going to make its way into Makowicz, who will quickly throw it out here to Bodie. Little room on the far side. Harnish. Go at the defender. Cuts back into the box. Cleared out. Will be a corner kick. Good run by Haley Harnish. And a reminder here as we're scoreless in the 55th minute that Real Colorado only needs a draw to advance in their group. Currently sitting atop with 6 points, 2 wins and no draws, where La Roca has a win and a draw, so they would need the win in order to win the group. Here's the corner. Sent high, penalty spot over the head. Now it's out of the foot, and the shot through, and it's a goal! Goal for Real Colorado, and it is Alexis Wessler with the right foot from 20.
Oh, that's why you have a player hanging out at the top of the box. Ball fell to her, and she made absolutely no mistake. Really hard for George to get to that, not only because it struck so well, but because it goes right through that mass of bodies, probably unsighting her a bit too. But you can't ask a player to strike it any better than this.
There's the corner that hung up, and there it was. First time, Mook, great first touch. And
I think you got it right on the head there. Great first touch. It's all about when the ball comes to you like that, sorting your feet out so you can get the shot off as quickly as possible. And Wessler did just that.
So La Roca finds themselves needing 2. Into the area. It's going to go over. On the run in is Yogers, but it is cleared away. And Yogers will get called for the foul.
It's one of those things, too. We talked about the fact that Real Colorado only needs a draw, so every goal that they score kind of almost counts as 2 at this point.
You're right. Absolutely it does. Or 1.1.
There we go, yeah. The minute I said that, I knew I was in trouble.
Well, it's not there. You know what? I always go, because you
Here
always say,
come the Facebook comments.
it's like a critical away goal when you start talking about the competitions around.
The first goal counts as 2.
Yes.
Second goal, not so much. I
Yes.
understand that La Roca would have to score 3, but
Because I get when I go 1.1, well, what happens if they score 10? Is it worth 11? No. You don't see 10 every day. How about 1.00001?
either way, Real Colorado has a cushion.
They've got work to do as La Roca.
The thing I love about this side is they're going to continue to go forward. They're not going to change the way they play just because now they can afford to give up a goal.
And it's competed well. We'll go out for another corner kick. Last corner, they converted into the lead for the game here. And I think, Mark, we've seen enough of this up and down that certainly the task is tougher for La Roca, but it's not impossible. A second goal would probably make it. There's a lot of time left, but you would hate to think you would not want to fall behind by 2 if you're La Roca in this one.
No, of course, it makes the task exponentially harder. But Real Colorado are going to push for that. However, I think when you have a player like Kafusi up top, anything's possible.
Absolutely. This one again to Wessler, this time off the left, but it will deflect to Bodie. Bodie will try and curl it. It will save, and now the shot, but it's offside. The rebound is offside. Taunton was there. What a great save by Droich as Bodie tried to go in. She tipped it up off the crossbar, and as it fell down, when Taunton's there, the flag came up. And there's a turnover here. And it's a shot off and wide. So just as soon as we're watching the replay there, boy, oh boy, there's a couple of chances now for Real Colorado. La Roca has to get things going back their way.
Credit La Roca here, though. Look how quickly they made the adjustment. The ball came back out to Wessler again, but this time they closed her down. However, they didn't close down Bodie. And Taunton unlucky to be offside.
Oh, great save by Droich.
Taunton could have 2 or 3 goals today. Hasn't been able to really get her efforts on target, but the thing you have to say is she's done a great job to put herself in those positions to get those chances.
Good job on the corner by Lily Boyden, who very dangerous earlier. When she gets the ball at her feet, she's been a creative player here for La Roca. She gets a corner kick in this instance. And it will be a corner taken by Nicole Ray. Ray will set it up, left foot in swinger. 60th minute. Hangs high. Ball's over the head. It's a goal for La Roca. They've got the equalizer. We've got ourselves more excitement here from the Premier Sports Campus. I didn't see who got it, but it certainly looks like it may be Boyden who's getting the congratulations.
Wonderful work to not let the heads drop, come back right down the other end, and give themselves the lifeline that they need to keep this game going. So take a look, ball sent into the mix. Anytime you get a quality service, anything can happen. Real Colorado unable to deal with it. Makowitz came out and missed it.
And it was Boyden. Yeah, that is the key. The goalkeeper, you go out, just kind of a little collision with the team.
Bumped off the ball by Kafusi. Legally, says the referee. Makowitz, you could see her holding her arms out saying, hey, you know, I would have gotten to that if I wasn't bumped. But nevertheless, La Roca right back in it. Real Colorado do have that crutch they can lean on, but you certainly don't want to end any game in a tie. Even if it's going to get you through, you're still going to leave with a bitter taste in your mouth.
So it's Harnish. On the high side goes at the defender. Well stepped in that time. Set back up the field. Room for Ray. Now they'll send it down the field. Boyden given chase. Back into Yogres. Can't slot it through to Kafusi. Second ball.
Go, work, guys.
Cut inside.
Go, guys, get over.
Down the line. And there's the trip.
Go, leave it, leave it. Don't take another card. Don't take another card, man. Go, go.
So Real Colorado, you heard the sub. As Taunton will come out. They'll bring in Jaslyn Ellis, who will assume that striker position. Got another number out there for Real Colorado. Still trying to figure that out. 19. Don't know if we have that. So try not to misidentify the player. That through ball. There's a chance now for Real as they get back to their goalkeeper. They'll reset. And then to the feet of Makowicz up the field. Back across. Wessler will push it up. Wessler has the goal for Real. Both number 11s, Lily Boyden for La Roca. Here's Real looking forward. Just behind Meg Bodie. Dropped into space for Yogers. Yogers just beyond Kafusi. It's Nicole Ray. That ball played long. It's going to be chased down. Peyton Anderson running back towards her own goal. Being zoned up, but still lots of red jerseys to help her get out. There's a turn. Lily Boyden. Boyden into the box. Boyden looking to cross. Kafusi. And it will go off of Taliana Kafusi as her shot deflects off Real Colorado. It'll be a corner kick. So we found out KK is our number 19. She's out there, but La Roca looking dangerous here, and it will be a right-footed in-swinging corner, and it will be Yogers who will take this. They scored on their last corner. It was the opposite side. This one hung up, punched away strongly, but it's still high, and now the second ball collected by Makowicz, and it will be a foul on La Roca, or maybe something hit in the head. They want to check to see. If it is, yeah, I believe it was as Makowicz came in strong with the punch, maybe went over the head of one of the players, but not enough to get attention, but certainly enough to ask if she's okay.
I think the referee doing absolutely the right thing there. So another good corner kick came in, and this time nobody getting the body on Makowicz. There you see the player holding her head, and good header by Kafusi, but Makowicz was there to make the save.
Little space rundown by Lassiter. It'll be a throw in.
Come on there, you on the side.
The thing I'm enjoying from Lassiter is that whenever Bodie comes inside, Lassiter is getting to the wing. And that's how she's won the throw in so deep in La Roca's end. Good turn as well. That's going to be a free kick.
Haley. Malia, you go? You go? Hey, hey, hey. know what?
So the free kick,
Hey! Hey!
will push it a little further towards the line.
Hey, wait!
Haley! On the ground. Hey, attach it!
As Harnish
No, get it up. Come on, Malia. Bring it in there.
will take this, curled in near post. It's going to bounce free. Second ball onto the right foot. The shot saved by Droich. Good shot out there on target, but Droich is up to task there as KK got that shot off.
Yeah, it was a hint of a handball right there, but play goes on it. A lovely touch from KK to set herself up for that shot. Evades that defender and just hit it right down the goalkeeper's alley.
Go on, KK.
Real name, Michaela
Ferrudo, I believe.
Ferrudo, but goes by KK, so. However, she's really helped to cement the midfield for Real Colorado since coming on as a sub. She's done a good job.
Bodie on the far side. She'll take the corner.
KK, come on. Be on your toes. Drive it in there.
Towards the top of the 18.
Right.
KK tries to go wide. Now the second ball is struck over the crossbar.
You know what it is that Real Colorados, they're not dangerous on the first ball. They're first to the second ball, which La Roca are not getting cleared. And that's the third or fourth opportunity that they've had from these quarter kicks where the ball's been played at the top of the box and only Real Colorado players are winning it.
Yeah.
If I'm La Roca, I'm making the adjustment where, yeah, we need players to mark, but we're winning those aerial battles. Let's keep somebody right at the top of the 18 to disrupt those balls back.
Hold into that spot, that's for sure. It's Jaslyn Ellis. And will it deflect? No, it'll be a goal kick as the corner appeal is not heard.
You can kind of see the coaches in the bottom left of your screen throwing their hands out saying, oh, that was definitely a corner kick.
Inside Meg. Read it. Read it. Go there.
Yogers.
Go. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Get him.
We cross 70 on the clock.
Come, John.
We're tied at 1. Result stands as it is, and it will be Real Colorado play on, although as La Roca was expecting the handball call, the advantage was given. However, as the ball bounced up, when they stopped, it is whistled. As that ball popped up and hit Lassiter on the arm.
Really enjoying the way La Roca plays. So efficient in how they attack. Still every single chance to grab the winner in this game as it hangs in the balance.
Played into the box. That one's shot, and it's going to roll out wide as Makowicz will let it roll.
Good effort, though. We talk about that second ball. This time it's La Roca who's getting to it at the top of the box. Better shot might be a different story.
La Roca out of Kaysville, Utah. I'm going to guess that's a suburb of Salt Lake City.
It's a big state.
It is a big state. Back up the field. Header won by Reed. Be played back to Reed under pressure. It calmly finds her midfielder out. Near side is Dudley. Dudley run off the ball. Good job by Wessler. We'll go out. Reminder, the Winter Cup, the result of the fall qualifying where you had the 32 teams into these 8 groups of 4. From here, we'll see one winner of each group advance to the spring championship for the Cup. On the back post, and it's a shot. It's going to be a goal for La Roca. They've taken a 2-1 lead in the 73rd minute on a ball that just agonizingly sat across there before it was finished.
Yeah, it was just quickest to hit. Makowicz stayed on her line, came out just a split second too late. And La Roca able to take full advantage.
That may have been Nicole Ray. There's another look at it.
Once again, it's Kafusi winning a very important ball and then popping up at the back post, the substitute Olsen, and just guiding it underneath the oncoming Makowicz.
Kylie Olsen has given them a 2-1 lead, and all of a sudden, for the first time, Real Colorado finds themselves looking up in the group if we were to look at live standings.
Credit to Kafusi there, though, winning that header. And then just nobody marking the runner at the back post. Somebody needs to be tracking that runner. It's a bit too easy for Olsen in the end, even though it's never an easy task to beat Makowicz.
That one shot on net and tipped over by Droich. Droich has made some fantastic saves, that one included.
Yeah, Droich has been playing wonderful. Credit to Reed as well. Her balls into the box from deep have been excellent. That's a center back who got forward in order to serve that ball from which La Roca scored. He's done a really good job not only dealing with this Real Colorado offense, but then getting forward as well. And just Droich watching that one all the way, getting up and doing what she has to do to preserve this lead for La Roca. But yeah, if La Roca does win and goes through, somebody should be buying her a milkshake when all is said and done at the end of the game.
Absolutely. And to the point is, that's the one thing for the typical female goalkeeper, they're a little shorter. And that was a fantastic save to tip that over the bar. That one tipped on, second ball on the far side. Now played back in, and it's free into the 6 and cleared out by La Roca. Now Kafusi looking to see where Makowicz was. Didn't go on there. She's going to take on 2 defenders. Only has 1 in front, but she is able to try and find it back for Yogerst. The collision will be a free kick for La Roca.
And Kafusi doing her job to perfection. This is where she becomes so important because 2 things are going to happen. One, she's either going to receive the ball in space because so many Real Colorado players are going to be pressing up looking for the equalizer. Or 2, she's going to get the ball with a chance to hit on the counter herself.
And here's the chance, and it's again free. You know, we've seen that player drop back behind the goalkeeper. We've already seen 1 kicked off the line for La Roca. That time it was help cleared. Here's a good chance now for, if they go on net, it's Nicole Ray. Left foot will curl it and into the breadbasket of Makowicz.
It's a good idea, just needs a bit more power on it. Sometimes when you have a keeper line up in the center like that, you can kind of pick out where you want to go as long as you get it past the wall.
With enough strength, that's for sure. Here's the forward, Ellis, who's dispossessed.
It's Reed again stepping into the midfield. This is where she's in a little bit of trouble, but a great job by La Roca players to drop into her position as she went forward.
On the high side is Bodie. Bodie on the right foot. That shot is blocked, and it will go off of La Roca. It'll be a throw in for Real Colorado. We have a injured player there in the back. It's Lawson Willis, who is limping around, but she's telling the ref she's okay.
It's a good job by the ref, though, to notice the injury and make sure that the player's all right. It's the second time he's done that now, and I think he's handled it really well.
Here's Kafusi. Yogerst. The run from the back is Esquivel. Esquivel looking for a target in the box. She's going to go for Kafusi. It's a little strong. So the goal kick will be Real Colorado, 77th minute. La Roca currently on top of this group with 2 wins and a draw. Of course, that is live standings. That is not the second win, not there yet. They do lead this one 2-1 as Real Colorado back into Bodie. to Ellis.
Great reverse
Ellis
ball.
is no foul. Good tackle.
No foul. No turn. No turn. No foul.
Some high pressure from Real Colorado and
Jack it by yourself. Meg, I said hi.
be a La Roca throw.
Just listen to me now.
Someone packed the wrong wardrobe for Esquivel, the alternate red jersey there, but across the sleeves. She has it now. Of course, if I'm Esquivel, I'm saying the other 10 packed the wrong wardrobe. Wrong uniform. That one played towards the corner. Cut inside, looking for Bodie. Off her line is Droich. Droich able to get to it first. And the
Yeah, Bodie's going to be in trouble here, I think, because, well, you hope she's not. That's her. If she gets a yellow here, this is Bodie. That's her second.
That's her second yellow.
And that's big because
Bodie.
she did fly in with the studs up as she was going for the ball. I don't think the ref has realized it, and Bodie's off, and that's going to make the task, from a molehill to a mountain for Real Colorado, losing one of their best players.
Playing with 10. Here you can see another look at it here. You can see as Droich is there, the slide in.
Yeah, she has every right to go for the ball, but Droich is coming in. She doesn't try and pull out of that challenge, and her studs are showing a little bit.
So the second yellow will drop Real Colorado down 10-11, down a goal with just over 10 minutes remaining.
It's a bit harsh of a yellow because she does have every right to go for that ball. I just think it's the way she went in that rubbed the referee the wrong way.
And I think, it's the protecting of it. And, it does kind of go back to the first yellow because you don't want to give up a yellow that easily. And I know you and I don't know if we disagreed on it or not, because certainly she was probably set at about 8 yards on the initial wall. But the problem is she took 3 or 4 steps up. And I think that in itself, because I think if she stands at 8 and turns her back, that's not yellow worthy at that point. But the approach of the ball, and unfortunate for her, that kind of took that next play took her out of that extra competitive moment that she just experienced. So it'll be a free kick here for Real Colorado.
As we head into the final 10 minutes, if I'm Real Colorado, I'm looking to get the ball onto the feet of Harnish over on the far side. They've done most of their attacking on this near side, but I think Harnish needs more touches in this game in order to create something for Real Colorado. As they're going to switch up the taker for this free kick.
Well, and it will be number 29. Had a couple of other number changes. This is Jace Holmes, I believe, played back in to the area. Cleared out by La Roca. Into the feet of Yogers.
We gotta get there.
Reed. Ray down the line looking for Boyden. The throw will be Real Colorado's. Up over the top. There's a runner, but it's going to get back to Droich.
Push. Hey. Outside, gotta take a chance. Gotta keep coming. Gotta go man back there. Go on, Grace. Go, everybody. Go. Come on, Jack.
Played down the line. That's great ball for Kafusi. Kafusi steps on it. Kafusi's in on goal. Save by Makowicz, which was huge at this stage.
Yeah, absolutely a wonderful save from the youth national team keeper, but I do want to give Kafusi some credit because so many players, knowing that they had no shot on their right foot, still would have taken it. She knew that the higher percentage opportunity was on her left, and she still went for it, trying to turn it around. Makowicz, who did a great job to get that hand down and push it around the post.
Anchor herself big, forced Kafusi to beat her. She wasn't able to do it there, but it does have a corner kick. They have scored once from one already here. Back out to Ray. Towards Esquivel. And a turnover here. Going back away. A little room on the near side. Dropped in.
Oh, and that's the right idea. Just need to know where the player is making that run and play that pass at the right angle. But still, really good job on the counter attack by Real Colorado. It's just that last pass that went astray.
That'll be another throw for Real Colorado.
Hey, hey! One of you push, let's go. Last thing you go, Ash, you step in there. Last thing you take her. Ash, you can push in. Ash, you can push in.
Held by Ellis. Back across. Challenge won by La Roca. Second ball off the shot. It's going to deflect by Reed. Second ball and now sent all the way up the field. Run onto a little bit of space here for Ray. 2v2 in this situation. She's got Kafusi in the middle. Ray will cut it back onto the left foot, looking for help. Stood up by Real Colorado, now with help. Second ball is Yogerst. Yogerst back into Ray. All the way across. Good job by La Roca. They'll take the shot, and it will come back in to Makowicz. Drop kick forward. Reed wins that one. Into Ellis. Back out here to Wessler. Wessler drives it in off the knee, and now Reed clears it out. Far side for Real Colorado as Kafusi comes back to defend. Played into the box. It's Ellis. It's off there. Now it's cleared out by Reed. Another one cleared off the line. That time Droit's kind of caught in no man's land. They're able to cover up for their goalkeeper, who's had some huge saves today. This one back across near post, and it's over the top. Chance that one by KK.
Well done. Come on.
86th minute.
You know, we talk about the work of Droich. What about the work of her defense to get in behind her and mop up anything that has gotten past her today? It's been really impressive to watch.
Yeah. One or two kicked off the line, two of them from when she had committed and maybe gone behind her a little bit, but she's made some outstanding saves, but defensively they've been fantastic today, has La Roca.
And now just their ability to keep the ball and possess just shows that they know how to play the game more than one way. It's so important to be versatile and to be able to adapt to the situation. And the way that La Roca are possessing the ball here is really nice to watch.
It is really impressive as they work their way out of the back. Obviously with the man advantage, the red card issued in the 80th minute.
That's a great win, though.
To Real Colorado, and now they'll come forward, will Real Colorado. Wessler into Ellis. Ellis with 4 honors, has help wide. She'll feed it out to Lassiter. Lassiter's cross is going to come back into Droich. I think that's...
Well, was that a possible pass back?
I believe that's, once you put the ball down.
You can see what the Real Colorado bench thinks of that at the bottom of your screen.
And I think it's actually the second time I've seen that today, Mark, but maybe the referee looked away.
Oh, yeah, that's on the fourth official, too. If he sees that, you know, they have an intercom. They can talk to each other.
Do think that was one miss. Should have been possibly an indirect kick for. Let's keep a hand on it. Now, I've been out a little while. This is going to go back across. So don't know the rule, but certainly my belief apparently is shared by the Real Colorado coaching staff as well. There have been little subtle changes in the rules over the last few years, and sometimes it's just a little bit of refreshing or needing of refreshing. So as we've passed the 88-minute mark, Real Colorado needing a goal. That's a errant attempt as they sent bodies forward. Kaufusi will have it. Ball will come to Wessler. Now into Sublet. High side, one-on-one with the defender is Harnish. Harnish will cross it in, back post, towards the 6, and it's Reed that's there to clear it out. Here's Ray. Kaufusi. Kaufusi was in space.
Oh, there's a whole far side of the field that she can take the ball to. If I'm one of these players, I'm just drilling it to the far corner. This works as well. But if somebody had taken the space in behind the right back of Real Colorado, it would have been on for La Roca. Instead, we're going the other way.
Well, here's Harnish. And that one will go over the line. Should be a goal kick. Droich lets it go. We're into the 90th minute. Haven't seen a lot of stoppage time, but I do think we'll see at least 2 minutes.
Well, we did have the red card as well.
The red card, so
2 goals.
2 goals, yeah. So maybe a 3rd minute, but it's tight matches. That's always seems to be the common numbers. Whistled for the foul is Kaufusi. Colorado, Real Colorado, trying to feed it into the box. It'll drop in as La Roca brings it out the back. They'll want to maybe start looking at sending it longer at this point. That deflection, trouble into the 18, and it's coming out, and Droich after the header for a teammate. That head backwards as Kaufusi will put under pressure Van Cleve. Kaufusi and Van Cleve. It's Kaufusi who comes away with it. Van Cleve stands her up again. And we'll see Van Cleve with the frustration foul apparently. Two minutes. We're into that 2nd minute of stoppage time as well. Desperation for Real Colorado, but they can't get the ball from La Roca. La Roca with fantastic possession, again kept the high side as they try to increase their pressure. It will deflect off, and maybe this opportunity for Real Colorado, but they'll say it was a handball behind it. So the free kick for La Roca as the clock milks down. La Roca under a minute away from possibly winning this group. Leading it. The result stands as it is. They will be this group winner. Towards the corner. And it will go off of La Roca. Throw in for La Roca. It's going to come across the box here. Dudley back into Yogerst. Sent back up the field. Dudley comes down with it. Pressured. Now it's a long ball sent in. Final attempt possibly for Real Colorado. That one run down by La Roca. And as it finishes, La Roca against the odds, behind in the standings, behind in the bracket. Falling behind 1-0, comes back for a 2-1 victory.
Well, all credit to La Roca. So efficient with their chance taking. At the other end, Real Colorado had so many chances and just shots that weren't on target, or some great saves, some last-ditch defending. But in the end, if Real Colorado takes their chances, it's a different game. Still, all credit to La Roca for the way that they fought and battled and worked their way back into it. In the end, they deservedly go through.
Yeah, falling behind at the hour mark and then coming back with 2 goals, one off a corner by Lily Boyden, and finally Kylie Olson with the game winner, and La Roca is moving on. We'll have more action coming up here in just a few minutes between our next feature match, but they'll get ready to go out. But there will be an opportunity. We'll have a chance here to talk as we get to look at the highlights. As you can see, there's the goal that Boyden that tied it back up. Couple of more opportunities, that punch up, and we could see maybe the head injury there that had to stop a little bit. Here is the best chance at that point, and a big save by Droich. Eventually, here is the game winner. You can see on the back post running in is Kylie Olson. That was the difference maker as Olson goes in. Droich, a couple of big saves. This was a moment here, a red card, a second yellow card, that is, for Bowden, and that was a little bit of Boyden, and that was the difference in the match. So a referee there as we get through there. We're just doing the interview here, right? So I'll just keep it here for a couple of minutes. You got it. And of course, the moment, it does look like he will get the game-winning goal scorer, who will be joining us in just a moment. I know Mark Serber working down hard to go to the field. It looks like that will come back, and you'll get to hear that as we get ready for the next one. But we'll get to hear from the star and the winner for La Roca. But La Roca, the winners today, 2-1 against Real Colorado, and group winner here at the U.S. Soccer Winter Cup. Yep, thanks. Let's get it down here because we do have the game winner, obviously, as La Roca beats Real Colorado 2-1. Mark Serber down there with Kylie Olson.
Here with match winner Kylie Olsen. Congratulations on the 2-1 win. What was going through your mind on that goal? Walk us through it.
So what was going through my mind on the goal was that it was 1-1. We just needed to finish the game. And so we had to put everything we could into that goal. And so I just thought, like, I need to get there and, like, finish this right now no matter what I get on the ball.
And what does it say about how special this La Roca team is that you go down 1-0 against a very good Real Colorado side and are still able to battle back because you needed the win while they only needed a draw?
So it says that we have, like, everything to win this and we can go as far as we want. And we just have, like, persistence and that we need to keep going, like, the whole game.
And what are your biggest takeaways from this experience and playing in this new competition in the inaugural DA Cup?
Sorry, say that again.
What has your experience been playing in this new competition in the inaugural Development Academy Cup?
So my experience, it's like a big deal to play on this field, and like we just wanted to come out and play so hard because we knew like this was like an opportunity not many people get. So we're just happy to be here and happy to play our hardest every game.
And what is your most favorite thing about playing with La Roca?
My favorite thing is the coaches and the people. There's always so much support, and you can count on everyone, and there's a lot of trust in the club.
Well, congratulations. You're through to the quarterfinals. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Always good to hear from the player of the game there is, again, La Roca beats Real Colorado 2-1. They advance in the U.S. Soccer Winter Cup. One more game to come up. It'll be FC Dallas and Midwest United. Both these teams 2-0 in their bracket. The winner moves on. We'll have that coming up in just a few minutes here from the U.S. Soccer Winter Cup here at the Premier Sports Campus, Lakewood Ranch.